Welcome to another Genshin Impact video. Today I'm once again gonna work on my Yoimiya. It's been about a month and a half since the last Yoimiya video. Can you believe it? Almost 2 months. Well, to be honest, I wasn't actually really planning to make another Yoimiya video this soon, but well, there have been some developments. In the last video, I finally managed to reclaim my top 100 spot with Yoimiya on Akasha, the unofficial Genshin leaderboards. She was at rank 45, which is the highest she's ever been, and I was like, yeah, that's fine for now. It's gonna take at least half a year for her to fall out of the top 100 again. So I went and worked on other characters, but while I was farming artifacts today, my inventory was suddenly full, which made me realize that I hadn't put any artifacts in the strongbox in quite a while. So I decided to convert some of my hundreds of 5-star artifacts into Shimenava pieces. Not really expecting anything, because my Yoimiya is at the point now where it's extremely difficult, or almost impossible even, to get better artifacts than the ones she already has. But well, after the first few batches of Shimenava artifacts, I actually got 2 promising flowers in the same batch. They were right next to each other. I didn't record it sadly because, like I said, I wasn't really expecting anything, but basically both of them were 4-liners and had the exact 4 substats you want on a Yoimiya flower: crit rate, crit damage, attack percent, and elemental mastery. And it's actually just insane that I got 2 such flowers back to back after not getting a single one for over 5 years. Absolute insanity. But yeah, then I went and leveled them up, and even though they didn't roll super well, one of them actually was an upgrade. So now my Yoimiya is at rank 38, as you can see here. A new record. Before I even started the video, I know, insane, but we are not done here. I'm still not done, yeah. Because I think that it might actually be worth re-rolling this new flower. You can see here how insane it is, 790 RV, but it could be even better. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do in this video. Okay, so here we are in game. The build is looking great, of course, and here is the flower in question. And the other one, by the way, since I said there were 2, is this one here, which rolled 30 crit damage, but it's actually overall a lower roll value than this other one, and wasn't even an upgrade over my previous flower, which was this one. Yeah, this one was already pretty good, but had 1 useless substat, so it was amazing that I got 2 that had elemental mastery instead within the same batch in the strongbox. But yeah, this one here, it has of course a lot lower crit damage than my previous flower, which is why I now have less than 200 crit damage total. I would like to get to 200 again. It just looks nice in the stat screen, you know. And also this one got, if you click reshape here, 2 elemental mastery rolls, and that's also something that I'm not too happy about. Even though it is a great artifact, I don't really want more elemental mastery. It's useful for vaporized teams for sure, but I feel like I already had enough, and I also often play Yoimiya in overload teams where elemental mastery is really not that useful, so I would love if these 2 rolls go to crit or attack instead. That is the goal basically. Also, the attack roll we got here and the elemental mastery rolls were all low rolls, though on the crit rate and crit damage we did get high rolls, so it was kind of a mixed bag in terms of the rolls, but maybe if you can get like all high rolls on crit and attack, this could still be an upgrade, even though it is already incredible. And I do have 5 reroll feathers, as you can see, and we only need 1 per reroll since this is a flower. So there is a pretty decent chance that we can get a better stat distribution here than what we currently have with 5 rerolls. It should be possible, right? I'm hoping that it mainly just goes into crit damage, since we already are pretty close to 100 crit rate. We're at 97, so only 1 more crit rate roll would already get us to 100, even if it's a min roll. So that means basically that we don't really want more than 10 crit rate here on the rerolls. Best case, we just get a bunch of high rolls in crit damage and maybe 1 attack roll or so, and nothing in elemental mastery. Now there's a chance that by losing elemental mastery rolls, I will actually be lower in the ranking after reshaping, because the leaderboards are focused on vaporize, but I don't just want it to be high up on the leaderboards, even though it would of course be nice to someday get in the top 10, but I also want it to be really useful in actual gameplay, and like I already said, I often play on overload, so I think it is still worth it to try to move that elemental mastery to crit instead, even if she might not be rank 38 then anymore and go back to like the 40s or 50s. That would still be okay, but I don't think we can fall out of the top 100 with this artifact, because it's just so good. It also has an insane baseline, because the attack, crit rate and crit damage all had the highest roll possible when I got this artifact already. So the baseline is really high. It just makes sense to reroll this. But yeah, enough talking, let's just do this. I'm of course gonna focus on crit rate and crit damage, hoping to get a bunch of high rolls into these two stats. Here we go, first reroll. Let's see how this goes. Okay, median EM roll and way too much crit rate. Yeah, that is a fail, but that's fine. That was to be expected that we don't get it immediately. And now we actually get 3 guaranteed rolls into crit rate and crit damage on this next one. Since this here is filled up now, so let's hope that this goes well. Come on. Okay. Yeah. Ah, EM again. Come on, why can't you just go into attack instead? Oh, that was so close. That is actually so good. It's a max roll on crit rate and some pretty decent rolls on crit damage. Also a little bit more elemental mastery, but we're losing attack here. This might actually still be better, simply because of the high rolls here on crit rate and crit damage. But we do lose some attack. But we should still have over 2,400. Let's think about the crit damage rolls. Where are those high rolls? So we were at 7.8. We got 2 rolls. So 21 minus 7.8 is 13.2. And 13.2 divided by 2 is 6.6, which is like pretty average. Like, yeah, so it's probably 1 low roll, 1 high roll that we got here. Overall, I think this is higher roll value than here, but I just really want to attack more than EM. You know what? I'm gonna take this and just hope for the best. What is the build looking like? No, okay, 97.7, still not at 200 crit damage, that's sad, but really close. Our attack is still over 2.4k, elemental mastery now at almost 200. It's really not bad, but what does Akasha have to say about it? Let's see. Okay, let's refresh. Still 38. Okay, it didn't update yet. We have to wait a bit longer.
A few minutes later.
Oh, top 22 now. There we go. So it was actually an upgrade. Nice, nice. Okay, love to see that. 22. I love that number. It's so close to the top 10 now. Closer than she's ever been. Okay, I think I actually keep it at that for now. It has over 800 roll value now. That is insane. It might still be worth actually rerolling the Feather instead now. It also has a pretty good baseline, from what I remember. And then got some low rolls. And we could get some more crit here, so yeah, let's try that. We can definitely get over 800 RV here as well. You know, since I do have the Reroll Feathers, might as well. I don't really need them for anyone else right now. And being that close to the top 20, oh, it's just so tempting. So yeah, let's try this. Crit rate and crit damage as usual. Don't really need any EM rolls like I already said. Let's just hope for a bunch of high rolls in crit damage mainly. But yeah, here we go. One more reroll. Let's do this. Ah, that's too much crit rate again. I always get so much crit rate on the rerolls. It's been like that for the sands that I rerolled a bunch of times, then for the flower, now for this feather. Oh well. Okay, let's do one more. Oh wait, I don't have to select them again. They're already selected. Okay, come on. We can get a bunch of crit damage. Just need to get a little bit lucky. EM, of course, and crit rate again. Damn. It's the same EM. The attack is okay, but of course lower. Crit damage a little bit higher. Crit rate is a little bit higher. I'm at 97.7 crit rate, right? So 6.6 to 10.9. It's like 4 more crit rate. So we're gonna overcap. So some of the crit rate is not gonna do anything. So yeah, I don't think it's worth going for the new configuration. Well, we have one last Reroll Feather, but even if this doesn't go well, I'm already happy with rank 22. But yeah, let's try this one last time. And of course it goes into EM again. It's always Elemental Mastery. I don't need it, I really don't need it. Yeah, I'm not taking this. Well, it was worth a try. It was definitely worth a try. But like I said, I'm fine with where she is now. I mean, just look at it. 22, rank 22. Oh, I can definitely get to like top 10 in the future someday. It is absolutely possible, but for now I am very happy with her build. Now before I actually end the video, let's go to the Miliastra test dummy and do a run to see how much DPS my Yoimiya is doing. Last time I also did that at the end of the video and I used Columbina and Inefa, the wheelchair. And some people were criticizing me for that in the comments. I kinda just did it as a joke, I wasn't even serious. I was like, oh yeah, let's now see how much damage she does by putting her in this wheelchair team, you know? It was kind of a joke. I didn't explicitly say it was a joke, but I thought it was obvious. But yeah, some people took that a bit too seriously. So now I'm not gonna use Columbine and Dinefa. I'm gonna show my actual DPS with a proper Yoimiya team, which is of course gonna be lower than with the wheelchair, but that's fine. She can still clear endgame, no problem. Even in Fearless, Stygian Onslaught, some of the bosses I managed to defeat with Yoimiya in some of the rotations. It of course depends on the boss, but that's the same for modern DPSs, you know, if the boss mechanics just don't fit the character, then they can't really do much. But yeah, usually with Yoimiya, I'm using Sidlali, Yunjin, and Yelan. Okay, I'm gonna set the timer to 60 seconds. That's what I usually do. And then we just go straight in. Gonna start with Yoimiya Burst here so that we can immediately activate the Synercity effect with Lali here. And then we just use Yelan, Yunjin, and Unleash Yoimiya. Okay, already at 70k there on the side. Yes, 80k. It's pretty good. Set up the next rotation. Struggling a little bit with energy. Okay, there we go. And once again, 70k, come on. Yeah, there we go. Okay, we are at 70k again. The second rotation. Can we get 80k? Yes, there was 80k for like a split second. I think I saw 80k. And third rotation. Everyone got the burst, perfect. And once again, over 70k, come on. Just a few seconds left. There we go. 75? Can we stop at 75? Yes, okay. Yeah, I mean 75, that is really not bad. That is more than enough for most endgame modes, depending of course on the boss mechanics like I already said. But that goes for every DPS. And yes, you can see there on the side, Yoimiya did by far the most damage in this team. She's definitely the main DPS here, the hyper carry. Almost 3.5 million. And yes, it does require a lot of investment to get to that point, for her to do that much damage. Definitely a lot more than for newer characters. I'm not denying that, but she is definitely worth it, and she can still clear endgame, and that's all that counts for me. I don't care if Marwika is 10 times better, I really don't. This is more than enough. But yeah, now my Yoimiya is at rank 22 in the world, and I'm definitely gonna continue working on her as soon as I get some more reroll feathers, because artifacts wise, I really don't think I can get an upgrade now anymore. Like, it's gonna be impossible. I have 4 pretty much perfect Shimenava pieces now. The only useless substat remaining is on the goblet, where I still have like 1 defense percent roll, but other than that, it's almost perfect. The build is incredible now. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna do what I can to make it even better in the future. For now though, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, then please leave a like, comment, and subscribe for more Genshin Impact and other gacha content. I'd really appreciate it. Thank you for watching, and have a nice day.